Good morning. Welcome back to Breakfast Television. And COVID-19 Contacts allows you to maintain a list of the people you have come into close physical contact with.
If you or someone on your list tests positive for COVID-19, the others can easily be contacted to slow the spread of the virus. Joining us this morning is creator George Graziani. Good morning, George. Good to see you.
Good morning.
How are you feeling? How are you coping?
Good. Hey, Diva. Hey, Dina.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Talk to us about what this website is, how this idea came to be, and how it works.
Sure. Let me take you through the thought process. A little over a week ago, I was isolating at home with my family, watching the news on TV and online, and basically, like we've all been, in short, freaking out. And I was looking at the tsunami of this virus spreading across Asia and Europe and now here. And I started looking at the data to try to figure out which countries were doing a better job of flattening the curve, as we say, which is a fancy way of saying slowing the spread of the virus. And one or two countries kind of jumped out, stuck out. South Korea being one of them, that were doing a good job of doing that. You could see that from the numbers. And so then I started taking a closer look to see what it was specifically they were doing to slow the spread. And it turned out there were three very simple things that they were doing. One, I think they may be on the screen now for everyone to see, but these are very simple things. This is not rocket science. One is practice physical distancing. And what that means is keeping a safe barrier of 6 feet or 2 meters from other people. That's about the length of a hockey stick. As a Canadian, that's an easy way to think about it. The second thing is wash your hands often. That's how the virus spreads largely. It either comes in through your mouth or nose, or gets on your hands, and we touch our face a lot. So that's why we have to wash our hands often. And the third thing is something called contact tracing, which we haven't heard as much about here. And that's really what COVID-19 Contacts is all about. It is something that they started doing there, and they were very efficient at it. And what it is if you or one of your close contacts, and a close contact, again, is anybody who comes within that 6 feet or 6 foot safety barrier, that is a contact. So what happens is if you are found to be infected, one of the first things you're going to want to do, and they're going to want to do, we're all going to want to do, is quickly contact those people to let them know and get them in for testing as well.
And so you created this app in order to help us figure out who we've been in contact with. Talk about this app that you've created, and it's free for everybody as well.
Absolutely. So we wanted to make something that is very simple, very easy to use, and free. So there's no, this is created as a public service. There's nothing commercial about it. And we did it very, very fast. So we basically launched, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. And so we did it in about a week, a little under a week. I contacted an old friend to help me with some of the programming, Wissam Dumanji. And basically we put this together very quickly. And you can see even from the little stick figure drawing, it was just very, we wanted to get this out there because the virus is spreading very quickly. As we know in Canada, we're growing at an exponential rate. So at a rate of about 22% right now. So that means that the number of cases doubles every 5 days approximately. So the virus is moving fast, and what we need to do is move faster. And so that's why we got this out. We wanted to get this into people's hands so that they could use it. And we've had a lot of this is a global pandemic. It's a global problem. We've had visitors on the site already from just in a couple of days from like 17 countries. So it's it's spreading, and that's the idea, for us to use this technology, this simple tool, which is basically like writing your contact list down on a piece of paper. It's completely private. No one else can see it. It's not on the, it's not on the cloud or, anywhere where anyone can. It's only you that can see this data.
Where do we find more information, George? Where do we go?
You go to www.covid-19contacts.com, and that takes you to the site. You'll see some of the information I think that your viewers are seeing on the screen right now, and then you just click on the one button there. It's very simple. There's only really one button, which will ask you to log in. You log in, normal. You can do it through Facebook and with an email. Very simple. And then you're offered a page where you can start entering your contacts.
Thanks so much,
That's
George.
perfect.
Every tool
Yeah.
helps.
Thank you. Once again, it's COVID-19contacts.com. George, let's spread the word of this app and not the virus, and that helps us track it. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Can I just say sort of one more thing in closing?
Sure.
Okay. As we all know, these are difficult times. They're full of very difficult emotions, feelings of worry and uncertainty and anxiety. But there's something else out there too, and that's leadership. This is a time for each of us to step up. Ivo, Dina, and every one of you watching now to be leaders. And it's a time to do these three simple things: physical distancing, wash your hands, get your contact list set up in COVID-19 contacts, and almost as important is tell your friends and family. We need to spread the word, not the virus.
Well said.
There it is.
Thank you so much,
very
George.
much.
Stay well. Thank
you. All right, we'll come back. More BT after this. Good morning.